Hi, I'm Scott Shannon, professional radio disc jockey and head pronounsticator on the Z100 Morning Zoo. Ever since I was a baby DJ, I had a goal and a special dream. To work at the #1 radio station in America's #1 radio market. And on August the 2nd, 1983, that dream began to come true. It's 8 minutes after 6 a.m., August the 2nd, 1983. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, radio station WHTZ signs on the air. WHTZ is owned and operated by Malwright Communications and broadcast at a frequency of 100.3 megahertz. Signing on the air, this is WHTZ. It's time to wake up.
Z100 WHTZ.
"74 days after that little baby radio station signed on the air, that dream became reality. Z100 became the #1 radio station in the New York City metropolitan area. And thanks to our millions of listeners in New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut, Z100 remains one of the most listened to radio stations in North America. In addition to those loyal listeners, there were many people behind the scenes who helped that little baby radio station go from worst to first. The disc jockeys, the office staff, the salespeople, even the weird engineers.
Shannon, you forgot the zoo!
Oh, yes, and the members of that crazy morning show known as the Z100 Morning Zoo.
Hi, this is Jack Murphy. I'm the assistant zookeeper and head zookeeper on Tuesday mornings from about 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. And you won't hear me much on this album because I just started, but you'll get to know that name.
Jack Murphy!
I'm Claire Stevens. I handle news and information, the horrible scopes, and I'm the official resident Ranger fan. And remember, this is our year.
Sure, Claire!
I'm Professor Jonathan B. Bell, Public Service Director and writer, director, producer, and star of that world-famous Z100 Community Bulletin Board.
And the whole town's talking about it.
I'm Captain Kevin, professional baby DJ, official Z Morning Zoo floor director, and supervisor of the Z Morning Zoo dialing for dingbat phone lines.
You are the dingbat!
And here's a voice you may recognize, Dr. Dave.
Hi, this is Arnold. Let's party.
No, this is Dr. Dave.
This is Robin Bleach with Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous.
No, this is Dr. Dave.
Hello, this is Dr. Who's Weisenheimer.
No, this is Dr. Dave.
Go, baby, go. Don't push it on voice, get funky, baby. Groove on it. James, get funky.
That's enough. This is Dr. Dave.
All right, I give up. Hi, this is Dr. Dave.
Thank you.
I'm Anita, Bonita, assistant zoo producer, the birthday lady, and queen of the mystery oldies.
You are a mystery oldie!
And I'm J.R. Nelson, official producer of the Z Morning Zoo and the heart and soul of the Zoo New Wave Garage Band. And it's my job to make these other geeks sound good.
Good luck!
This is Mr. Leonard, assistant public service director and part-time editorialist and all-around goober smoocher.
We know you're sicker than a dog!
There you have it, the Z100 Morning Zoo crew. And now, the greatest hits from the Z100 Morning Zoo.
Don Imus, Larry Booger, George Maxine. It's not the shark they're afraid of. It's
the Z Zoo in the morning. The Z Zoo in the morning. In the morning. In the morning. On Z100.
Hello, this is Fast Freddy with the story of Z100. August 1983, Z100 hits the airwaves. Everybody laughs, ha ha ha, but not for long. Z100 beats WABC, WAPP, WKHK, WKTU, WBLS, WNBC, Quack Quack, and all the rest. With the ZooCast, Scott Shannon, Russ Brittain, J.R. Nelson, Claire Stevens, Captain Kevin, John Bell, Mr. Leonard, Tired as a Dog, Mad as a Dog, Sick as a Dog, and Z-Search, Cabbage Patch Dolls, Free Money Giveaways, Mystery Oldies, Devil's Dance, Heine Wine, Pocket Wine, Michael Jackson, Ronald Reagan, New from the Booties, Ponyfield, Larry Booger. Finally, the story breaks. Z100 is number one. Channel 5 News 2 in the town. Good Morning America. 74 days. Z100 goes from worst to first, faster than it takes a letter to go from Brooklyn to East Hanover. Congratulations. This is Fast Freddy with the fast story of Z100.
Hello, this is Dr. Goose Weisenheimer. You are on the air, Z100 FM, sexually talking.
I'm glad I got through to you, Dr. Ruth.
Yes, go right ahead. What is your name? First names, please.
My name is Jim.
Jim, yes, go ahead.
And I have a problem.
Yes, what is your problem? Go ahead, we're listening and we're here to help you.
Well, I'm 21 years old and
21?
just afraid, people will laugh.
No one will laugh. There's no place for laughing here. I'm a sex therapist. I'm a professional.
Well, I'm 21 years old and I've had this problem just about all my life.
Yes, what is your problem? Go ahead.
I'm 21 and I still wet the bed.
That's a good one. Next call.
We'll be right back with the rest of the Z100 Morning Zoo recording album right after these commercials.
Good evening, sir, and welcome to the David Lee Roth Diner. What are you going to be having for dinner tonight, sir? An excellent choice, sir. Now, would you like the Bozy Bop with that, sir?
Bozy Bop.
Ah, I see. It's the Bozy Bop. So that's one order of Hamala Babala Zebula Bobala, Hamala Babala Zebula Bop with one order of Bozy Bop. Now, would you like anything to drink, sir?
Zitty Bop.
All right, now, if you order the baked Bozy Bop, the Zitty Bop is only 79 cents. Would you be interested in changing your order now? All right, then, sir. That'll be one order of Hamala Babala Zebula Bobala, Hamala Babala Zebula Bop with a side order of Bozy Bop and an extra large Zitty Bop. Ordering one burger, a fries, and a large soda. All right, sir. That'll be $3.85. Will that be to stay or to go? That's to go.
The David Lee Roth Diner for the best Hamala Babala Zebula Bobala, Hamala Babala Zebula Bop you've ever tasted.
First, it was Miami Vice. Now comes the first hit spin-off series. Tonight on the Zoo Channel, it's Miami Mice. Tonight, as we join our two crime-busting mice from Miami.
That's where we both live.
They're outside the home of famous film star Mickey Mouse, about to, believe it or not, make a drug bust.
We're hard-hitting, drug-busting mice here in Miami. That's where we both live. Believe it or not, we're outside the home of famous film star Mickey Mouse. And we're about to make a drug bust. Yeah. Mickey, open the door. It's Miami Mice.
Hi, guys. What can I do for you?
I'm Detective Crockett. And I'm Detective Tubbs. And you're under arrest, scumball.
Oh, Minnie, run! It's Miami Mice!
Too late for you now, Mickey. I caught you with that straw in your hand, snorting that pile of decon. Yeah, look, there's about 2 grams of that decon. You're under arrest because we're Miami Mice.
Join us again next time for Miami Mice, filmed on location in Miami.
That's where we both live.
Come back to the South Bronx. It's not very far. Just roll up your windows and don't leave your car.
Come back to the South Bronx. It's such a great deal.
Dip, 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 dip.
Throw a brick through a window. Grab all you can steal. Spring is coming to the South Bronx. And because of the warm weather and overwhelming response to our first commercial, the South Bronx will now be open 24 hours a day for your shopping pleasure. Bathe in the cool waters from one of our many open fire hydrants. Engage in one of our many exciting activities like looting, gypsy cab shooting, arson, or just spend time and sit back and relax while you watch a mugging in one of our hundreds of dark alleyways. Don't be shy. The South Bronx, it's better than ever.
Come back to the South Bronx.
It's a short subway ride.
You'll never forget it.
If you stay alive,
You stay alive.
come back to the South Bronx.
We dare you.
We'll be right back with the rest of this album after these commercials.
And now, another fine product from No Deal Enterprises.
Have you ever gone to a fish and chips restaurant for a delicious fish sandwich only to find a line that's a mile long?
That line's a mile long.
Have you ever gone on a big fishing trip and didn't catch a thing? And how embarrassing it was to face the family empty-handed?
Daddy, where's your fish?
Well, now you'll never have to worry again with the all-new Dough Deal Pocket Fish.
The Dough Deal Pocket Fish.
That's right, the Dough Deal Pocket Fish. It's always ready when you need it. Just reach down into your pants and pull it out. And there it is.
Oh, what a cute little fish you have. Is that a flounder or a fluke?
Believe me, dear, that's no fluke. Listen to another happy Dough Deal Pocket Fish owner, actor Warren Beatty.
I take mine to Bennigan's. I get filleted every time.
The Dough Deal Pocket Fish. You shouldn't leave home without it.
Are you sure that's not a fluke?
I need to have a little chat with you, young lady.
I just turned 16 at 7:30. Kicked out of Menudo, I could die.
Eduardo, Paquito, Tomaso, Ronaldo, Ricky Ricardo. These are just a few of the growing number of victims, young males age 16, afflicted with PMS, post-Menudo syndrome.
Yesterday I was a rock star. How could they be so unkind? Tomorrow I'll be washing dishes, and it's driving me out of my mind.
Another young man afflicted with PMS, post-Menudo syndrome. Send your contribution today to PMS, care of Z100, Post Office Box 7100, New York, 10150.
Don't think I can take it. Don't know how I'll make it.
Please help.
Oh, Ma, you mean we gotta have hamburgers again?
No, Melvin. Something special tonight.
Now, from the people who brought you Prince Spaghetti, Wild Rice.
Wild rice! Wild rice!
Look, on the plate. Wow, it's moving.
That's right, kids. It's Duran Duran Wild Rice.
Wild rice! Wild rice!
And Melvin, it's loaded with vitamins and minerals. Just watch what happens when I tear open the package.
It even moves in the package, Ma.
And just think how it'll feel in your stomach.
Hello, this is Andy from Duran Duran. I think you'll love our wild rice.
Wild rice! Wild rice!
You'll be hungry like a wolf for Duran Duran's Wild Rice.
Available at a grocer near you.
Pick up some today and watch for our newest products, Wham Jam and Ike and Tina Tuna.
Wild rice! Wild rice!
We'll be right back with the rest of the Zoo album after these commercials.
This is a message from the American Medical Association. The man you are about to hear is Robert Korch, 38 years old, father of 4, from Des Moines, Iowa. He was a normal man until a year ago when he contracted a disease that strikes 1 in every 200 million Americans. Robert Korch has Elmer-Fudd's disease.
Hello. I have been afflicted with a very, very dreaded disease.
Please send your donations for information and coupons, care of Wally's House of Pies, Myrtle's Trailer Park, Point Vista, Florida.
After a hot, sweaty concert, Tears for Fears turns to
Shout, shout, get the dirt out.
Shout Detergent.
These are the stains we can do without. Come on, we got laundry to do. Come on.
Tears for Fears, Shout Detergent.
If you're looking for a great restaurant with French and continental cuisine, you need to try Manhattan's newest restaurant, Chez Rat. Just listen and hear the way you're treated at Chez Rat.
Hi there, my name is Robert, and I'll be your waiter tonight here at Chez Rat. Let me run over tonight's specials, and then I'll get your drink orders. My, what a lovely brooch you have there. Tonight our special is rat scallopini, delicious breaded medallions of rat sautéed and then simmered in a delicious wine sauce with capers. Also, we have rat cordon bleu, a young firm rat delicately beat against a brick wall until tender, then stuffed with prosciutto and cheese and baked until tender. And of course, rat au poivre, a rather large portion of Subway rat, lightly beaten with a baseball bat until senseless, then quickly broiled, sautéed, and then smothered in a sauce with wine and peppercorns. And of course, don't forget our chef's specialties. Every night, barbecue rat, a tender suburban rat, skewered with a pitchfork, basted with barbecue sauce and roasted over a hickory fire until tender. Rat Florentine, a rat filleted with a deft stroke of a bowie knife, then sautéed in lemon and garlic butter and served on a bed of spinach. And of course, ratatouille. I'll leave the board here and be back in a second with some fresh bread and rolls and get your drink order. And thank you for dining at Manhattan's exclusive restaurant, Chez Rat.
You've ridden the Cyclone at Coney Island,
The Scream Machine,
the Lightning Loop,
the Colossus,
Magic Mountain.
and now you're looking for another cheap thrill.
Well, look no further.
The ultimate challenge is at hand.
Where to, lady?
Bloomingdale's. That's right near the corner.
I know where it is, lady. You trying to tell me my business or something?
Sit back, because it's time for the ride of your life in a padded seat with bulletproof windows in...
A New York City medallion taxicab.
Pedestrians popping up unexpectedly on corners.
Will you hit them?
Green lights.
Yellow lights.
Red lights.
It doesn't matter.
Watch out for that old lady.
More buildings.
More lights.
More traffic.
It's all a blur as you whiz through the streets of New York in your New York City medallion cab. Watch as you defy gravity on every corner.
And all at speeds of up to 100 miles an hour.
Is the ride of your life over yet?
Not a chance.
Hey, isn't this New Jersey?
No speak English, lady.
The fun's just begun.
And at $1.10 for the first mile.
And 10 cents each additional ninth of a mile.
If you stop.
And you probably won't even slow down.
There's a slight additional charge.
The meter's always running on a New York City medallion taxicab.
That'll be $33.60, lady.
Here's 220s.
Can you read? No bills over $5.
The New York City medallion taxicab.
Coming soon to your neighborhood.
Ride it if you dare.
If you can get one.
Hey, I don't care if it's rush hour. I'm off duty.
Not for people with heart conditions or on medication.
Good morning from the Z100 Zoo. Rise and shine with folks like you. Good morning from the Z100 Zoo. Get up with the morning Z Zoo. Get up with the morning. Get up with the morning. Get up with the morning Z Zoo.
When you talk to people about the Z Morning Zoo, one of the things they often mention are the goofy characters that we have on the zoo. People like the Dueling Johnsons, Dudley Jiveright, the world's greatest Elvis Presley impersonator, Mr. Elvis McDaniel from Long Island, that clone-happy Hawaiian DJ, Alani Lanuki Ho.
And don't forget about Larry Booger.
And don't forget about the Assistant Public Service Director.
Wait a minute. John Bell, this is a call for you, I think.
It's my assistant, it sounds like, and he's supposed to be here at work. Mr. Leonard, where are you?
Hello, Johnson Bell. I'm on special assignment for Dean Thacker.
Now, wait a minute, Mr. Leonard. Wait a minute. I saw Thacker yesterday. He was in a tizzy anyway, and he didn't even mention your name.
Well, this was all of a sudden last minute like, Scott.
What kind of special assignment are you on, my friend?
I am over here. I'm calling from just outside the Washington National Zoo.
Oh, wait a minute. You're in Washington, D.C.?
You got that right.
What are you doing there?
I have been called in. You're not going to believe this. I have been called in as a consultant for Ling Ling and Sing Sing.
For who?
Ling Dong and Ding Sing Ding.
Are you talking about those pandas?
The pandas.
Yeah, those panda bears.
Oh, yeah, I read about that in the paper yesterday. It's like mating season for them.
Right, and they have called upon me to put out my expertise on romantics.
And your job is to make sure that they,
Yes.
Ding Ling finds Sing Sing's Ding Ding.
God, Mr. Leonard.
So to speak.
Now, what are you going to do? What do you have planned to help along this situation?
Well, I brought along my emergency romanticism kit. I've got here a portable card table with a beautiful white tablecloth, 2 candlesticks, a couple of packs of cigarettes for afterwards, and all kinds of stuff.
What if that doesn't work, Mr. Leonard?
And then I got my secret weapon, Scott.
What is the secret weapon?
But that's a Neiman Marcus card that I loaned to Sing Sing to give to Ling Ling.
Oh, well, that'll do it every time. Either that or Bloomingdale's.
Then she'll want his ding ding.
Mr. Leonard, we're on the air.
Serious stuff, Scott. This is for science.
Yeah, I know, for science.
Yeah, right.
Well, listen, could you keep us posted and give me a call tomorrow?
All right, I'll see how things come out.
All right, I'll talk to you tomorrow.
If everything works out all right, it'd be like that Jerry Lee Lewis song. A whole lot of shaking going on.
Oh, God.
But if it doesn't work out, it could be like his other song.
You mean Breathless?
No, Scott. Great balls on fire.
No. All right, Mr. Leonard.
All right, just remember, it's pandas like Ling Ding and Sing Dong that make the ding ding.
No.
The fling wong wing.
Later.
Good morning from the zoo. Rise down with the full day. Good morning from the zoo.
And
It's time for another adventure of Dudley Jive-Right.
Yo, Dudley, man. You just be getting here in the nick of time. Help me, man. The ganja is gone. It's all missing. Oh, Dudley, what can I do? 2 bags gone into thin air.
Square biz, reggae man. What is this ganja? Come clean.
Oh, Dudley, ganja very important to my religion. Hand rolled, and I'm missing both bags.
Be cool, reggaefarian. Dudley, be jammin'. Aha! It's right here under your very nose. If it was a reptile, it would have bit you.
Oh, Dudley, I feel so stupid and grateful.
Think nothing of it. Wait. Why are you setting it on fire now that I've just found it for you? What a strange, peculiar smell.
Tune in next week when you'll hear Dudley say...
Wow.
Hey, Dudley, man, save a bag for me.
Zizou in the morning.
My name is Habib.
And I am Rashid. And together, we are the Mohammed twins. And there is only one way you can tell us apart.
Just one?
Only one way.
Go ahead and tell them.
No, I insist you go ahead and tell them.
No, you must go first or you will insult my whole family.
No, you go first. I insist you insult my country.
You will insult my whole stream of consciousness.
You are insulting the entire karma upon which our living existence is based.
You will insult my mother.
She is also my mother too.
All right, then I will go first.
All right, show them how you can tell us apart.
And now, the Z Morning Zoo presents another heartwarming episode of The Young and the Wimpy. As we join our story, little Larry Booker, head DJ of WIMP Radio, is on the way home from another busy day of spinning Debbie Boone records on WIMP Radio, with studios located on Lane 14 of the Golden Dragon Bowling Alley, Route 10, East Hanover, New Jersey.
What a stupid thing for the Larry Booker to do. Run my own car into my very own home. I hope my little sweet love lump, Laura, won't be too mad at me. Oh, where is that little darling? She should be coming home from work very soon to cook my dinner tonight.
Hello, the Booger residence. Head Booger speaking.
Oh, Larry, my little love lump, this is Laura.
Hoo-hee. Yes, Laura, I see you on the television all the time, on the General Hospital show all the time.
No, Larry, you idiot. Laura, your wife.
Oh, that Laura. Why didn't you say so in the first place? How are you? I'm waiting for you to come home for me and have dinner.
Larry, there's something I've got to tell you. I'll be a little late tonight.
A little bit late? Why on earth are you going to be a little bit late, darling?
Well, Larry, it's kind of a business dinner. I'm going out to eat with Pete.
You're going to go out to eat with Pete, and then you'll be coming home to the Booger residence, right?
Well, no, Larry. Then I'm going out to dance with Lance.
Dance with the Lance? I guess maybe you'll be home just in time for the Johnny Carson show, huh?
Well, no, then I'm going over to party with Artie.
My little love lump, your Larry Booger is starting to get real worried.
Oh, but Larry, why are you worried?
The Larry Booger is worried about what would happen if you run into some guy by the name of the Chuck.
Join us again tomorrow for another exciting episode of The Young and the Wimpy, when we hear Laura say...
Hello, is this Larry?
Yes, this is the Larry Booger. Why, is this my beautiful wife, the Laura Booger?
Oh, Larry, I'm so glad I could catch you.
Where in the world are you? It's 6:30 in the morning.
Larry, I've run into the most wonderful man.
What is the name of the man, darling?
Well, his name is, Lou.
Oh, Larry Booger.
The Zoo Crew, Z100.
Good morning, Z100 Radio.
Aloha, City Chicken, Z Morning Zoo. This is Lani Lanuki Ho from the 100,000 watt lava song. Hey, I hear, I just happened to get a tape of the Z Morning Zoo. Just happened to get by somebody that just passing through, yeah? And I noticed that you are one short.
What, you mean me? I mean, look, hold on.
What I mean is, where's Ross?
Oh, he's not here.
Well, if he's not there, then you need another guy to go with you.
Oh, you mean a partner?
That's right, and the one I have in mind is only the one from the 100,001 Lava 4KQMQ, Alani Lanuki Whole Zoo in the morning. I do the weather, you already know I can do that. I can do jokes.
Jokes?
Here's one, okay, ready? What's the nicest thing you can find in the refrigerator?
What's the nicest thing you can find in your refrigerator?
Ross Brittain's picture on a milk carton.
Oh, no.
This is Eddie Murphy, and you're listening to Scott Shannon and Ross Brittain, hippin' and hoppin' around the Z100 Zoo. Oops.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the Z100 Morning Zoo presents more great entertainment. Today, all the way from Massapequa, the world's most prominent Elvis Presley imitator. Welcome, please, Elvis McDaniels.
Oh, man, I can't. Hello, Zoo. Hello, Scott. Hello, Claire, there in your underwear.
Now, wait a minute.
A little Elvis humor.
I got to tell you, you certainly do have Elvis down to a T.
Scott, what's in this? Oh, man, what's in
give me that bag.
Oh, baby.
Hand that to me.
Hang on, what's in that bag, Scott?
That's a jelly donut that someone dropped off for Claire.
Oh, no, not a big old jelly donut. You know, oh, man, the king loved donuts, and so do I. You wouldn't mind if I indulge myself.
Give me that bag.
Give me that bag, please.
That donut is for Claire.
I can't believe it. Wait a
minute, let me give you a fork.
Oh, man, that's all right, Scott. I don't need no fork. I'll just put my big old head down in here.
Elvis!
Oh, man, I love this donut.
The Z Morning Zoo on Z100.
Howdy, boys. I'm Wayne.
And I'm Dwayne.
And together, we're the Doolin Johnson twins.
Great.
Hit it, Dwayne! That was real pretty.
Okay.
All right. Well, what's on there?
Do the promotional
Okay,
announcement.
promotional announcement. Take one.
Well, don't read that. Just do the other stuff.
Okay. All right.
Right there.
I see it.
Where it starts, where my finger is.
We'll
Okay,
get your finger off the-
go.
You're listening to Scott Shannon at the Z100 Morning Zoo.
You just sprayed me. Do it again. Wait till I get a spray shield.
You're listening to Scott Shannon at the Z100 Morning Zoo in beautiful FM stereo.
Who is this?
Oh, okay. Thank God,
Wow.
Mr. Leonard. I was worried.
It's me, Mr. Leonard, Assistant Public Service Director, Z100.
Right.
I'm madder than a dog.
Oh. Mr. Leonard, are you still in Washington?
You got that right. Well, I got up this morning happier than a dog.
Right.
Because I know what happened last night at the zoo. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know that your two patients were doing fine.
Right. So I ordered room service for the 6 of us. And then
Wait a minute.
I walked downstairs to the lobby to get my copy of the Washington Post.
All right, you ordered room service.
Right.
Then you went
And
down to
then,
the lobby.
As I'm looking through, I see right here on page 13, Scott.
What? What is it?
Ling Ling. Oh, no. They got Ling Ling and Ding Ding doing something. I mean,
The two bears are trying to mate?
how could they do this to my friend?
Yeah, you were sent up there to consult these two and try to get them to mate.
My love consultant worked, as you can plainly see.
Yes, I can plainly see. Even JR could figure out what they were doing.
Right. I mean, it's not like the one on the bottom was sick and the one on top was helping him to the hospital.
Mr. Leonard.
Oh, no. Have they no humanness? No decency? Have they no bathrobes?
You know, Mr. Leonard, those are my sentiments exactly. Why don't they just leave those little pandas alone to do their business? And no, they've got flash bulbs going in there.
It's terrible. How would you like it if you and Trish were doing whoop-de-doo?
That's not in the script.
15 people come in and start taking snapshots. It's terrible. So I would like to send out a message now to all the media, Scott.
Okay. I'm afraid to hear it.
Leave my pandas alone.
Let
Wing and Ding Dong need privacy.
Let my pandas go, huh?
That's singing Ling Ling.
Right. He reminds me of a song, Scott.
That reminds you of what song?
Private Eyes by Holly Notes.
Yeah, that kind of reminds me. That's enough, Mr. Leonard.
Let 'em Ride by BTO.
Hello, this is Sting, and you're listening to the Z Morning Zoo. Good luck.
Good morning from the Z Morning Zoo. Rise and shine with folks like you. Good morning from the Z Morning Zoo. Get up with the morning Z Zoo.
Get up with the zoo. Yeah, the Z Morning Zoo. Get up with the morning, get up with the morning, get up with the Z Morning Zoo.
You're listening to Side 2 of the Z100 Morning Zoo's greatest hits. And now, direct from the newsroom, Claire Stevens.
What I love about the zoo is when celebrities come up to visit.
Yeah, I heard that.
No, what I enjoy is when celebrities bring their guitars with them and play live for us. Remember when Kenny Loggins was up here?
As people smile and tell me I'm the lucky one, and we've just begun. Think I'm gonna have the sun.
What chord was that?
He will be like she and me, as free as a dove, conceived in lust. The sun is gonna shine above.
And would have died on that one.
Would have helped her. Though we ain't got money, I'm so in love, honey. Everything will break a chain of love.
Hello?
Love.
I knew it was there.
Even I heard that one.
When I ride, you bring a tear of joy to my eyes and tell me every bamboo.
And how about that special day when James Taylor stopped by?
Oh, I've seen fire, I've seen rain, I've seen sunny days that I thought would never end. I've seen lonely times when I could not find a friend, but I always thought I'd see you again.
And of course, our own Zoo New Wave Garage Band.
Yeah!
Now, due to time limitations and legal ramifications, we can only play you a little piece of each song. But we think that these will bring back some memories for you.
Oh, I hate getting up in the morning. But if I gotta get up, I'm gonna get up with the zoo.
Well, the alarm clock's ringing my head. My body's still screaming, it's the dead. When you can't get to sleep, it's so rough. Getting up in the morning, so tough, so tough. Well, I'm cutting myself when I shave, and my hair won't even behave. There's only one thing left for me to do. Crank it up to the Z Morning Zoo. Good morning from the Z Morning Zoo. Rise and shine with folks like you. Get up with the Morning Z Zoo.
They're coming to take me away, ha-ha. They're coming to take me away, ho-ho, hee-hee, ha-ha, to the funny farm.
Wake me up, your morning Zoo. No one gets me up like you do.
You own it.
I turned my radio on the other day. What? You know, the box with a dial on it that plays the music. Oh, yeah, we know. I listened to Z100. They're number one. Really? They really blew the wimp away. Whippy, 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 whippy. Larry Booger, Larry Booger.
My name is Larry Booger, and I don't know what to do. They always do good with me on the Z Morning Zoo.
WIMP, our old friend. The radio ratings are out again. And like before, you came in last. Z100 kicked your behind. We've got something you should see. Back at our place, come with me. We've got some brand new furnishings. The WIMP ding-a-lings.
95 dead baboons sitting
them 3 little fishies and the mama fishy too. Swim, said the mama fishy, swim if you can. And they swam all over the dam.
You're the Zoo generation. Crank it up and get a laugh every day.
I came home Friday night from a hard day's work. Ready for some kissing and some hugging. But all I found when I got home was a note on the microwave oven. What did it say? She left me for the Z100 Zoo.
My wife left town with a banana. My baby's slipping away.
One night with Regis and you on to a truck. Double shot of my morning zoo. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Double shot of my morning zoo. Life is a zoo. And my radio rotates.
And I'm just burning to a Z-Zoo dance.
This is Z100 with the Rappin' Duke. Here's a great morning show, and that's no fluke. Scott, Shannon, Ross, Brittain, Mr. Leonard, sicker than a dog. The zoo crew, Pilgrim breaks up the fog. Larry Booger, gonna get you, Larry Booger, gonna get you, Larry Booger. That's what we're gonna do, Larry Booger. Da-ha, da-ha, da-ha.
Well, I got a big black book full of people for me to see. There ain't no one so famous that they ain't got time for me. If anybody's rich and has some money to spend, you can bet they'll be my close one personal friend. Hobnobbing with the Goomba Smoochers is the life for me.
Everybody do the devil's dance.
Imus was a mumbling, the wimp it was a stumbling. So then we decided to stand up and fight it and kick him in. They asked me about the Z-Zoo, Claire and J.R. Nelson. The Z-Zoo, Dr. Dave and Captain Kevin, Belle and Mr. Leonard, what a pair. You know them all from Brooklyn to Montclair, especially Shannon and the Murph. Especially Shannon and the Murph.
Hey, Clifton.
Yes, Stanley.
Turn on Zoom, man. Billy Ocean be jamming.
Good morning from the Z100 Zoo. Arise and shine with folks like you. Good morning from the Z100 Zoo. Get up with the morning Z-Zoo.
Here's an official Z100 Durante alert. Z Morning Zoo special guest disc jockey John Taylor.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, live in the studio, live special guest ZJ.
Almost a personal friend of mine.
Not Shadow, not Scott, not Jack the Wack. The one, the only.
What is your name anyway, buddy?
What, me, sir?
Yeah, you, the guy in the corner there.
I'll just have a look in my jacket.
Look in your jacket.
Nick Rhodes. No. Simon Le Bon. No, but it could be John Taylor.
All right!
Do I get my $100 now?
No, but you get a Z100 hat.
All right, what are you doing here, man? What's going on?
Well, I don't know. You talked me into it, didn't you, really?
Yeah? It's all your fault, Scott.
Yeah, I was sitting quietly enjoying my dinner in a restaurant in Manhattan, and all of a sudden I look up and I think that guy's in Duran Duran.
Hey, then there was I sitting there going, I think that guy's off C100.
So I think.
So we were both right.
I think we both had a couple of drinks at the time, and John says, "Well, when my album comes out, I'll bring it by Z100." And I said, So I said, "All right, nice talking to you." And I said, "Well, hell, he'll never remember that." Next thing I know,
I remembered to come, but I forgot the album, right?
Yeah, he came over and he forgot the album. Now let's go back to a special day on the zoo when Simon Le Bon stopped by.
He's going to throw us off the air before we get out of here. Good morning. You're on with Crazy Man Simon.
Hi, Simon. This is Jiggy, and I'm calling from Jersey City. And I want to tell you I love you so much. And I wanted to ask you, how did you come up with the title So Red the Rose?
Sorry, can you say that in English, please?
I want to ask you, how did you come up with the title So Red the Rose?
That's a big secret.
Why, you can't say it?
I can't. It's disgusting.
Oh, come on.
Oh, never mind. That's okay.
They really would throw us off the air.
I have to go with Simon on that one.
Okay, now to know, are you going to get married after your boat? After the trip?
No, I'm already married to the boat.
No, are you going to get married to Claire, though?
I tell you, that honeymoon was really uncomfortable.
New this fall on the Zoo Channel.
Now this is the tale of a castaway, the tale of a fateful trip that started from the British coast on board this tiny ship. The drum of England sailed this day and headed out to sea. And at the helm was Simon Le Bon and a crew of 23. A crew of 23. The weather started getting rough. The sailing yacht was tossed. If not for the courage of Simon Le Bon, the drum would soon be lost. The drum would soon be lost. Simon, he's a skipper too. He's a millionaire who's got a girlfriend. He's a movie star. Do you care about the rest? Here on Simon's Isle. Here on Simon's Isle.
Simon's Isle, new this fall, the Zoo Channel.
You know, when Simon was in New York working on the Arcadia project, a certain Z100 DJ...
Wait a minute, it couldn't have been Shadow, could it?
...let everyone know just where Simon was recording. And remember the comment Simon made on the Z100 Morning Zoo about that particular disc jockey?
You mean Shadow?
I've got to have a chat with you guys, actually, because some total wanker in this radio station made a big deal about releasing the place that we're staying at and the studio recording at, actually causing us quite a lot of trouble.
Who would that be? When did that happen?
I don't know, it happened a couple of weeks ago, and I'd just like to say he's a complete arsehole. Can I say
right.
that on the air? Yes, you're a complete arsehole.
Too late. You already did it. Sorry, done.
I did it twice. Want another go?
No, that's okay.
Z100 special guest Billy Crystal.
Yeah, hi.
Hi, good morning. I just wanted to say, through that show that you used to be on, Soap,
Yeah?
although it was comedy and so forth, I got a chance to show my children what a gay person was like that wasn't acting crazy and stupid all the time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I just want to say, if no one has told you before, I think you did a great job.
Thanks a lot.
Out there.
Thanks, I appreciate you saying that.
All right, you have a good day now.
You too.
Good morning, Z100.
That's funny.
Hi, Billy.
You want to? Yes. You want to see what a gay guy is really like? Watch this show.
And now, Z100 Morning Zoo's guest DJ, Joe Piscopo.
Oh, my God, I got through. Finally, my first time.
Oh, how do you like that? Oh, it's your first time. I'm so excited.
Okay, I want to ask you a question. How did it come out for you and Eddie Murphy to make the Honeymoon rap?
The Honeymooners rap.
Yeah.
The new Honeymooners record that we did. You'd like to hear it? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, yeah. I mean, who does who in that record?
Oh, I'm sorry.
We get a lot of calls like that. Who does which part?
I do the Gleason part, you know, the Ralph Crandall part, and Eddie does Ed Norton.
Oh, would you
it was
believe,
always that way.
Would you believe Jackie Gleason is filming a movie right where I work at?
No, where is that?
In Bleecker Street.
Gleason's on Bleecker Street?
He was here. I'm serious. So was Aunt Connie.
You know, Norton, I like the Village. It's a great place, pal. Come on, let's buy some dope, pal.
Hey, look at this leather rope.
You know, Norton, these guys walk funny down here, pal.
And who can ever forget Eddie Murphy's visit with the Z Morning Zoo?
Oh, my God. Is this Eddie Murphy?
This is Eddie.
Oh, I just want to tell you that I saw your TV show on HBO, Delirious, and we thought your buns were so cute.
My buns
And
were so
I just
cute?
want to say another thing. And we love you so much, and we think you are so sexy. I mean,
Well, it's my buns.
why don't you be on a poster or something?
I don't know.
Make a poster yet?
There's a picture of my butt. This is Eddie Murphy, and you're listening to Scott Shannon hipping and hopping around hipping and hopping around the Z Morning Zoo. Oops.
I know where you live.
Really?
Yeah, you go to Burger King all the time.
Whoa.
Whoa, I know, whoa.
Have you ever watched him order at Burger King?
No,
Well, what do you go to Burger King for?
I go to see him all the time.
All right.
Eddie Murphy live at Burger King.
A double album set. You're on the air with Eddie Murphy. Speak.
Yeah, Eddie.
Don't tell me you're in love with me.
No, this is Jim Smith from Clifton, New Jersey.
Hi.
And I want to tell you that you're really great, and it shows how great Z100 is, that they'd have someone great like you on Z100.
This is a hot station, isn't it?
It is excellent.
It's
It
real
is
hot.
the #1 station.
You know, of all the interviews we've done on the Morning Zoo, one of my very favorites was the day we talked to John Lennon's son, Julian. The tragedy of your father's death struck many people all over the world in a way very few could even use words to describe.
Yeah.
Where were you, and how did you feel when you first received news of that horrible, senseless killing?
Well, I was in North Wales at the time, and my stepfather told me, and the first thing that happened was, I just couldn't believe it. That was the hard shock that hit me. I just kept asking him over again and again, are you sure, I can't describe the feelings, but it was more than a shock, but I also felt more worried, more so for my mother's side, because she'd known him longer than I had, and also I felt sorry for Yoko as well, just because of the length of time that they'd spent with him more than I had, so I felt I had to be strong in helping them get through it as well,
Now, does anyone remember the day professional wrestler Hulk Hogan stopped by the zoo?
Yeah, and he parked his car in Mr. Leonard's parking space.
I'm calling downstairs from the payphone, and I am mad at the net down.
What's the matter? Are the elevators out again?
No, the elevators are not again.
What is the problem? Come on.
Some idiot, someone with the unmitigated gauze, some pencil-neck geek is parked in my parking space.
Someone's parked in your private parking space?
Can't they read? It says Mr. Leonard, Leonard. I'm going to snap the spine of that son of a gun who parked in my I'm going to hit him upside the head so hard, his pea brain will be rolling around his head for a week. Boy, I'm just going to, you might just kind of call the police already. Go ahead and call an ambulance now.
Wait a minute. We could just have it towed, Mr. Leonard. What kind of car is it?
Let me see. Hold on.
Take a look.
It's a Cadillac, a red 85.
A red 85 Cadillac parked in your parking place, and you're going to wait downstairs till they come out to get the car and beat him to death.
You better call the ambulance now, Scott.
Hulk, what kind of car you got, man?
Yeah. Well, man, I've been sitting here just taking all this gaga in from that little old limp-wristed Mr. Leonard, and I wanted to tell the dude in person I wasn't going to admit that it was my ride out there,
Yeah, you were
I
quiet.
was hoping that he would come upstairs here, but as far as Mr. Leonard, he don't even have enough credentials to drive a car. The dude talks about a parking spot, man. He don't have no parking spot out there. He couldn't even afford to hire DC cab to bring him over here. And you know what? I'm going to come down there for that Mr. Leonard, and they're going to not only need an ambulance, they're going to need a double-decker stretcher, because when I snap him in half, they're going to put his shoulders and head on the top of the
I think
stretcher.
I found out whose car that is.
That's right, it's my car.
Mr. Leonard?
I knew it was your car, Hawk. I knew all the time.
Oh, Mr. Leonard, that little girlish little laugh you got on there. You probably got Roddy Piper's skirt on downstairs hiding in the phone booth because, there ain't nobody home upstairs in your brain, and I'm sure there ain't nothing downstairs under that skirt. You better not put one hand on that shiny red Cadillac, or I may just drag you in the ring with your girlfriend Brutus Beefcake in the Meadowlands and do you in right with him.
Mr. Leonard, I think Hulk's coming down to move the car and speak with you about it, so don't move.
Well, you think you're mad now. Wait till you find out and let all the air out of your tires.
Guys who love dogs.
Z Morning Zoo.
Guys who love dogs.
Z100.
Come on and dazzle the dogs.
You're listening to the greatest hits from the Z100 Morning Zoo. I'm Scott Shannon.
And I'm Jack Murphy. One of the neat things about the Morning Zoo is that the listeners get to help us out, and sometimes we really need it.
A lot of times we really need it. Yeah, we have the Dialing for Dingbats line, where the wackos, weirdos, preverts, reverts, bimbos, bimbettes, and jelloheads anonymous call in quite frequently. Ladies and gentlemen, a few of the zoo listeners.
Hello?
Hello? Hello?
May we help you?
Scott Zoo?
Yeah.
I don't want your airtime. I want to know you. I think you're both beautiful, and I want to get to know you. You're excellent.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I want you just to know that I'm 20 years old, and I think that you guys are beautiful. I really do. You make my mornings.
What have you been smoking this morning?
Nothing. I went to a DJ pool last night that inspired me.
Are you a vegetarian?
Almost.
Or a vegetable?
No, not at all. I'm lit. Naturally lit.
Naturally lit, huh?
Yeah, I'll say it.
Well,
all right.
I'm not trying to be rude, but it takes a certain amount of brain cells to conduct an intelligent conversation over the telephone, and you're checking in a little bit short, my dear.
Am I?
That's right. Now, sir, where did you take your mother?
I took my mother for Mother's Day over to Club Benet Saturday to see Regis Philbin, and man, did he cut you up to shreds.
What did he do?
Oh, he tried to sing.
Tried to sing?
And he showed certain excerpts from his television show when he was dancing with the Chippendale Dancers.
Bet that was great.
Oh, yeah, with his black socks and his black shoes and his bikini on.
So he was beating up on me?
Man, was he cutting you up?
Let me ask him, did you notice those two little things on his forehead, those little scars?
Yeah, what were they?
Well, he just had a circumcision.
Hello, who is this?
It's Eric Lugo.
Eric Noogie?
Eric Noogie.
Eric Lugo.
Eric, what are you doing, man?
I'm just hanging out.
Hanging out. Well, how come you're not in school, Eric Noogie?
Because I have to go somewhere, and besides, I'm sick.
Have you ever thought about changing your name from Noogie?
No, it's not Eric Noogie. It's Eric Lugo.
Is that your kid back there crying?
No, she's not crying.
Is that your daughter?
My niece.
That's your niece? Mm-hmm. Are you married, Eric?
No, not yet.
How old are you, Mr. Noogie?
26.
You are 26 years old, huh? What kind of car do you drive, Mr. Noogie?
Mercury Lincoln.
Mercury Lincoln, huh?
That's kind.
Let me ask you a personal question. What year were you born in there, Mr. Noogie?
Wait.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. Mr. Noogie?
Yo.
Yo, Eric. Seem to have a bad connection.
Your time is up.
Hello?
You're number one in the whole Bronx area of Co-op City. You're number one.
Who are you?
I'm Ira from the Bronx.
Ira?
Yeah, and I always listen to you and Ross Brittain every morning. That's right.
I'm not so sure whether I'm happy about that or not.
You should be happy. Yeah. Hey, Shannon, where do you tape your show, your TV show?
You're the last person I'd tell that to.
Hey, Shannon.
Want to hear a real cute joke? Three little old ladies walking down the street, and they were approached by a flasher. The first little old lady had a stroke. The second little old lady had a stroke. And the third little old lady couldn't reach.
Man, that's... The Z Morning Zoo, Z100.
And now, a few more memories. How about that week New York Police Department Precinct 106 was accused of using those illegal stun guns to interrogate suspects, and the zoo had a big sale for them.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's me again. For one day only, we're locking our doors. Yes, friends, listen to me. It's the 106th Precinct. Super sale. We're under new management. All stun guns must go at incredible price reductions. And for a limited time only, we'll include at no extra charge one of those 106th Precinct designer stun gun Make My Day I Know You Want to Confess Son models. Batteries not included. We're under new management. Be there. The most incredible, shocking sale of the century you'll ever see. You'll confess to big savings. Be there.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for another exciting edition of The Young and the Wimpy. When we last left our story, little Larry Boogar, program director of WIMP Radio, was busy filling in for the vacationing court reporter at the Manhattan Criminal Courts building.
Whoo-hee, this certainly is be exciting for the Larry Booger, being in a real court of law here, being the court reporter for the WIMP. Wimpy Radio 95. Let me get a little seat here for the court to start. Shh.
All right. First case. Please, ma'am. You look a little pregnant there. What's the problem?
Yes, my husband is away on military duty for the last 7 months, and I'm pregnant.
If your husband's been away, how in the world did you get pregnant?
Well, Your Honor, my house is haunted. A ghost did it.
You mean to tell me that you had sexual relations with a ghost and he made you pregnant?
Yes, Your Honor, that's right. You got it.
I find it extremely preposterous, and what's more difficult to believe. As a matter of fact, is there anyone in this entire courtroom that's ever had sex with a ghost?
No, not me. Hold on a minute, I have. How about me, the Larry Booger? I've done that same thing.
You've had sex with a ghost?
Whoo-hee, yes, I have, Your Honor.
Well, approach the bench, sir. Now, where did this happen?
It happened behind the WIMP radio station where I work at.
Now, wait a minute here, young lad. You mean to tell me you were behind the radio station and you had sex with a ghost?
Oh, no, I'm sorry, Your Honor. I thought you said a goat.
Tune in next time for another edition of The Young and the Wimpy, when we hear Larry Booger say...
I thought it was a pretty good-looking goat.
Case dismissed.
Hello, Scott.
Were you crying there?
I can't explain it right now. All I can say is that last night I was at the Grand Ballroom at the Hilton.
You were at the Grand Ballroom of the New York Hilton?
I was out picking it outside. They had the... I can't even talk about it that much.
No, wait a minute. I know what they had. There
was a big fashion show there or something, wasn't there, Scott?
Yeah, the polyester fashion show, wasn't it?
Every time you say polyester, I can picture all those little baby polyesters in West Quag.
Isn't that East Quag?
I think that's close enough.
And all just going down the tube.
Senselessly clubbed, I know, to make suits.
Right.
Yeah, they
That's Gilbert Smooch and Bill Blass and Pauline Brazier.
That's Pauline Trezier.
There's certain people who just can't live without that particular fabric.
Oh, sure. And they'll even think twice about what it's like to be a little baby polyester, thinking you're going to grow up not having to do nothing, just eat and sleep and drink, and then all of a sudden you're let off into the splatter room.
Without polyester, we wouldn't have Hay-Band slacks, or Duke Habernick would probably be out of business doing something legal.
Well, they should, I can't. And Joan Byers was there, and Jackson Brown was there, and we were all out in front of the Hilton singing Kumbaya, polyester. Kumbaya. It was great. Everyone, we were one entity.
You're suffering an emotional trauma today, huh?
Right, I'm emotionally broken down, Scott.
So you won't be in?
No. My car is physically broken down, Scott.
So you're mourning the death of the little baby polyesters.
Right. I can barely speak.
You sound overwrought.
I'm over what?
Overcome with emotion.
Right, I'm overwrought.
So you're in mourning right now.
I can hardly say polyester. I better go.
Yeah, you better go.
Have a happy day.
And remember,
it's people like Bill Blass and that Pauline Brazier.
Trezier.
It makes Mr. Leonard madder than a dog.
Can you just say polyester for me once?
Polyester.
Hi, I'm Otis Day, and we're the Knights. Good morning from the Z Morning Zoo. Rise and shine with folks like you. Good morning from the Z Morning Zoo. Get up with the morning Z Zoo.
Z100.
Good morning.
Hey, buddy.
I just want to say to you guys, I've been listening to the radio for 25 years or more in New York City, WMGM in the 50s and WINS and Jocko, and in the 60s with Murray the K and all these guys, and WABC for all those years. And I kind of got depressed and lost faith, and didn't listen to radio, pushed the buttons, went crazy. And you guys came on a year and a half ago, and it's just been a blast.
Oh, man, that makes me feel good because, I'm a big student of New York City radio. I got all the old tapes. New York was blessed with some just wonderful radio over the years.
And, it's just super. It's just so much fun. And the greats of the 60s and the 70s. And you guys came along, and there was a real void. And you shook it upside down. And it's a blast. I'm having a ball.
We like to call it stirring up the monkeys, sir.
This coming Tuesday, New York will host a ticker tape parade. A parade that should have been held 10 years ago. A welcome home parade from the Brooklyn Bridge to the Battery to honor the men and women who served in the Vietnam War. The parade begins at 10 a.m. Z100's continuing coverage of the parade starts at 8 a.m. Claire Stevens anchors from the Z100 Information Center. Live reports from the parade with Z100's Jeff Young and Ken Lane. Shadow Traffic's Nancy Remy will have up-to-the-minute traffic information all day long. Keep your radio on 100.3 for complete coverage of the Vietnam Veterans Parade. And here's a special message from the people at Z100 to everyone who served our country in Vietnam. Thank you. Well, that's just about it for the very first Z Morning Zoo Greatest Hits album. We hope that someday there'll be a Volume 2 of Volume 3.
Don't get carried away, Shannon.
Well, you get the idea. Anyway, I hope we managed to get your favorite zoo memory on this album. Thank you very much for listening, and from all of us to all of you.
Bye, buckaroos!
Happy trails to you.